The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
It's Thursday at the Cowboys headquarters in Frisco, your home of the Dallas Cowboys. You are now rocking with the best. My name is Heckma Harrison, and this is the Players Lounge. And, man, we almost got Voltron back together.
Almost.
We almost got it back
just missing
together.
an arm.
Yeah, we missing an arm. But, man, I got the players. I got the players in the building. My man, Danny McCray, is here. My homeboy, Barry Church, is here. Booked and busy.
He was looking for it yesterday, dog. He was trying to get me to be on his side. I'm not. He was like, man, the B Church is here. I'm telling you, so he been waiting for you. He been waiting for you, dog.
Because a lot of that stuff, man, he was giving me political answers on, and I was like, where is this coming from?
Wait a second. Now, what you know about me is
13 years, long time.
It ain't happening.
That
ain't it, boss.
He's cap. That man was
salary cap.
That man was doing a lot of straddling.
No.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Selling the fist.
I'll tell you
Let's
what,
get
man.
this show.
Get the show started.
All right. Like we always do at this time, man, when I get this show started, what I do is I check on the fellas. I make sure they good. My man, Danny McCray, talk to me, man. Wellness check.
I'm doing good, man. Listen, I gotta watch you, man.
What is going on?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, me and Hecker held it down yesterday while booked and busy. You know, two dudes booked and busy. He like they had me out here like they made him go. They made
my
me.
will.
They handcuffed me.
Nah, so it's good. 3/4 of us back, man. Okay, we'll have Newey back when they figure out what happened with the Rangers and the Diamonds back. Shout out to them. But yeah, it's a good day.
BC, man, what's up?
Man, what's up with y'all, man? But
We
nah,
good.
man, y'all
They
good.
know y'all.
Look, I'm good. I'm doing amazing. It was
you had
a
going
rough
on
start,
yesterday,
though. It was a
man?
rough. Yesterday, the boys had me out there, hanging out with the cats from Bank of America. It was me and Brady James out there at the stadium hanging out doing. We was doing our thing out there, and I realized, man, not a lot of people in this world are athletic. Like when I was throwing the passes, I'm like, man, these are grown-ups out here just.
Somebody hurt their knee yesterday, huh?
Man,
I got a photo. Somebody was on a wheelchair.
He was like, we told him, stretch. Make sure you stretch. We going to throw it. Man, that boy came out there with crutches and a knee brace. I said, man, what's going on?
Throwing them tricky passes.
Man, I was just right in the bread basket. Man, it was rough. It was rough for a couple cats
So
out there.
that means you missed for a good cause. But we had a good show
for sure.
yesterday. Like I said, man, Danny was look. A lot of things he was zoned with this team. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to reiterate because I want to know. I want to know from you. You wasn't here yesterday, so I'm gonna have to get. I'm definitely gonna have to get your takes on a lot of this, man. But we're gonna start where we said we would, and this is Cowboys defense versus the Rams offense. Now, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, the Rams. Look, getting off to, I wouldn't say a good start, 3-4 season so far, but offensively, they got some good stuff going on. And if you watch any tape on them right now, Matthew Stafford, a guy that, man, that played for the Lions now with the Rams, won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. After that down year last year, it looks like he's making his way back, and he's got some help on his side.
No, without a doubt. You right with everything you say. Matt Stafford, when you look at it, even in his advanced age up there, I think this is year 14,
yes,
15, man.
Advanced age,
time's flying, but he's still throwing the ball really well, and I still think he's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the National Football League. And when you talk about the weapons they possess, I mean, we all understand who it is. You got Kupp on one side, Cooper Kupp on one side, and then you got Puka Nacua on the other side. And this guy Nacua kind of came from nowhere. Defenses really weren't weren't expecting much from him, and then boom, out the gate, first 3 games, I think he had almost 350 yards or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
so he was on the tear.
Yards
yeah, he's already. So that dude is on the tear.
My fantasy squad.
And he's respectable. So you make sure you know where he is at all times. But when you're a defender and you talk about the Rams offense, I think it boils down to one guy, and we talking about Kupp. I mean, when you look at him, especially a guy in the secondary, this is a guy you gotta keep your eyes on, because what we all know, he consistently over years has the ability to beat you with the deep ball. He's faster than a lot of people think, but more importantly, he can kill your defense with 1,000 cuts by just moving the chains every third down. For some reason, he got that Witten aspect with it, where he can just kind of give you a slight shove or some type of maneuver in his routes where he gets open. So those are the 2 guys that this defense has got to focus on, because the running back Williams, I think it's Kyron Williams, he's out. He's on IR. Then they got 2 guys coming in to replace him, but they got to know where number 10 is at all times, because we all know he can hurt you.
Yeah, listen, I'm looking at the Rams, and I'm looking at their schedule, okay, and I'm trying to keep us from falling in, because heck, he been on next week since last week.
For the
next
boy.
week since last week, right? So we talk about the NFC West Invitational, okay? We 0-2. All right, we 0-2.
These are facts.
And this is why you have to remove the schedule when you're looking at teams and saying, okay, well, their record looks this way, and ours is whatever, and we should be better than them. And it's football, right? And any given Sunday, anything can happen. But they play in the NFC West, okay? And they first game, they went out there and drugged the Seahawks, okay? Who we believe.
That's a good team. It's a top 5 team.
It's a good team, okay? They beat the Cardinals. We lost to the Cardinals. We lost to the Cardinals. Okay, they caught Cincinnati coming off one of the worst starts to the year, where it was a must win for them, right? And they still played them in the close game. All right, and then you got Philly, and then the other couple. But when you look at their team, their record doesn't show that this is a very competitive team. To where it ain't even about if you will go out there sleepwalking that you can get beat. You could show up on your best day and still get beat, right? Because they have the weapons, they got the coaching, they got the offensive coordinator. They still have a lot of talent. They got Aaron Donald, who is an absolute game wrecker on their squad. So when you're looking at them, you say, okay, our defense, if we're going to lean on our defense to be the unit that takes us to wherever we want to go, however deep into the playoffs, you're going to have to go against these type of receivers who we can agree that Kupp is the real deal, Triple Crown winner. And then Puka, like from what you've seen from him, what you've seen from him at the beginning of the year, he's a very formidable receiver, probably above that, right? So now you say, okay, can we stop the run? We have been stopping the run lately ever since Arizona. We've been doing good. Now you have your test of there's going to be a gauntlet for you coming up of like, okay, they got 2 guys. They got 2 receivers that you're going to have to cover. We missing Trayvon Diggs. I think the matchup with our defensive backs and their receivers, that is going to show us what we can expect for the rest of the season. So I'm excited to see it. A little nervous, but I'm excited because we got DaRon Bland, Stephon Gilmore out there. This is a big-time step-up game for DaRon Bland.
That's where I'm going next. I'm going to the matchup itself with our defensive backs versus their wide receivers. And you bring up something that I don't think that a lot of people here in Cowboy country have really talked about to the extent that it needs to, and that's Trayvon Diggs, his absence, and what it has meant to this defense. I don't know about y'all. This defense has looked different to me overnight. And just the scheme, the way that they play, and a lot of it, okay, Trayvon Diggs doesn't stop the run. He's not a tackler. He's not any of that. So obviously you kind of just say, okay, he's not an interior guy, so why are we getting gashed in the run like this, okay? Then you look on the backside, and guys like DaRon Bland, obviously he was more of a nickel guy, and there were different things that Dan Quinn could do with his scheme. Now it just seems like the identity of all of those guys on the back end have changed. Whereas you will see Hooker, who could stalk the line of scrimmage, Kurtz could stalk the line of scrimmage. Now you're seeing these guys playing roles that maybe they didn't have any plans on playing this year. But in comes these 2 wide receivers, like you said, can move the chains, and Kupp, he's a possession receiver. But now with Puka Nacua, 6'2", 205 pounds out of BYU, and bro, he is a dog.
He's a big man.
For me, I'm looking at the I'm looking at
See, y'all just gotta keep it going. Keep it going. Go ahead, Hank. Keep going, Hank.
Not the ad lib. Not the ad lib.
I was listening to Jeezy on the way over here.
Oh, God. All right, the matchup between Stephon Gilmore and Deron Bland. You guys tell me, I mean, what do they have to do to get stops?
Listen. I want to continue saying this. I will continue saying this, okay? I believe in Deron Bland. Okay. Like, I have believed in Deron Bland since when he was playing nickelback. Yeah. When they moved him outside, I've been believing in the guy. And I think I can't even remember what the stat was. It was PFF. I know how people feel about PFF. Yeah. But yardage allowed or completion percentage allowed when he's guarding is somewhere around like 22%. Like, it's like the lowest in the league, right? So outside of the plays where you say, okay, they probably should have hit Keenan Allen on that play where he fell down. Yeah. He had one of those plays. But opposite of that, the guy's been turning the ball over. Yeah. They haven't been able to pick on him because usually when you get a guy like that in the game and the opposing team sees it, they're like, hey, we going at him. That way. They haven't been able to do that. All right. So I'm saying, okay, looking at that, what are they going to do with Stephon Gilmore? I still believe that he has a lot left. When you are a player of the caliber that he is, losing a step ain't like when you an average player and you lost a step. All right. So he can still get out there and play. He's going to be a little savvy trying to figure out, what route concepts, and I think he still has that instinct to be able to get out there and make plays. But the fact of the matter is, a Triple Crown winner is on the opposite side of it, right? So you have to know that no matter what, he's probably going to get some catches. All right, he's probably going to make some plays. It's you limiting the yards after catch for a team like the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. We talk about limiting those yak yards, those yards after the catch, because if you look at last year. What did Cooper Kupp do? I think he had 120-some yards receiving. He had that big chunk play for a touchdown. Yeah. But after that, they kind of condensed on him, and they weren't letting him get off like that. So, to me, he's a guy that you've got to contain. But when you talk about these two wide receivers on the outside, Kupp and Puka Nacua, they bring their challenges. We all understand that. And Matt Stafford has that ability, to throw the ball, make every throw out there. But to me, this is going to come down to them trenches. To me, it's going to come down to that rush that the Dallas Cowboys hopefully are able to provide, because if you go back to last year's game once again, they got after Stafford 5 times. They sacked him 5 times, and they made things hard pretty much the entire afternoon back there for him. He threw an interception. I mean, it was a tough sledding for Stafford out there, and I think this same defensive line, if they bring that intensity that they had the Chargers game, even though they didn't get a sack, you saw it. I mean, Herbert was kind of under duress pretty much the entire game. So if they can do that same thing with Stafford, I think the Cowboys defensively should have a big-time advantage. And I think what I'm looking for, guys, is how often does Dan Quinn give Bland help? We know that. Look, he's been not having. This is a guy that's been on an island. But when you come up against a wide receiver core like the one that Los Angeles has, you got to think that you give him some help. So you think, real quick, you think they're going to help Bland or help Gilmore? Yeah. They're going to be trying to run Gilmore out the gym. But that's why that's in this situation, especially with the injury, I think that's who you trust more. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm just saying. I think, and you were talking about him missing maybe half a step, but even at his half a step, his knowledge of the game is even that much better than a guy like Deron Bland. I would trust Gilly more than I would Bland against Puka Nacua. I think this is actually the test for Deron Bland right now. Okay. Seriously. So you got Puka Nacua out there. So you saying anytime he's kind of on Bland's side or kind of lined up outside, you double him? And you may have to give him some safety help. You may have to give him some safety help, or you may not if they line, because Nacua also will line up in the inside too. What you gonna do? Why we feel like this about Deron Bland? No, I think it's more on the other side. I think it's more you help out Gilly. But so are you starting the game off helping these guys? Or are you waiting to see if anything happens? What? Oh, word. That's what we're doing. Okay. Okay. I thought I was seeing stuff. No, you're not seeing. Yeah, you're not seeing nothing. That's a big hand. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But that's what we need on defense. Obviously, without a doubt. Who is that? Going on? I have no idea. I don't know. I can't tell behind the mask. But
who do y'all think this is?
Man, I don't know. Somebody big enough to have him. Is somebody big enough to come in here with a mask on? Big Sam, what's up?
Sam Williams
out here. I'm like, who got the mask on? I'm scared the mess out of me. Heck shit. I'm like, who this big cat out here?
Hold on, bro. I swear, I thought I was like this. I was like,
I ain't even see that until I saw them going crazy. Like, who's that? Oh, what's going on with it?
Me till you stood up. So that's all like I
Rather me chasing you with a clown mask.
No, we be doing none of that.
Big Sam Williams out here.
I thought I was seeing stuff, bro. I was like, man, I'm finna go to the doctor. Y'all out here wild.
No, I heard what you said. That's a big hand.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, who was that? I saw little.
You said I turned around. Hold on.
Imagine me chasing you with a clown mask on.
But back to DaRon Bland. I have to. So at the beginning of the game, do y'all feel like the game plan right now is, hey, when we come out, we have a plan for Kupp and a plan for Puka, as far as who we're going to give help, or do you say, okay, we're gonna go out here and based off how these guys have played all season, we're gonna let them go out here and line up one-on-one when we play man coverage, and if it ends up to where somebody's just going crazy, right?
Yeah.
You know, halftime, Kupp got 150 yards. Then you got to figure something out. But other than that, I'm seeing them line up one-on-one and see if they can hold up, and then adjusting if they can. That's what I see. How do y'all feel about it? So you feel like they should go to
I'm thinking
Stephon.
if you got a game plan for a guy that has the opportunity to go crazy, I just don't think you risk it by saying, I know, one-on-one. You understand your personnel out there, and if there was Diggs out there, I'm like, all right, go ahead, do your thing out there. But even though DaRon Bland has a knack for turning the football over, I still believe there's routes and there's concepts that you can get him on, just like any other corner out there. And I would help, but man, you don't want to kill his confidence.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
saying you don't want to be out there and be like, every time we run a man coverage, like we can't have a middle hook drop, or we can't have this, or we can't have that, because we have to then commit somebody to go help with DaRon Bland, who has only shown you that he can play cornerback. No. Like, until he get out there and give us some of that old Kelvin Joseph look or whatever, until he give us some of that. Sure. I'm saying, like, go ahead and give him what he's earned. He's earned the right for you to say, all right, we gonna give you a shot. And every time they giving him a shot, he stepped up.
And against a rookie wide receiver, I would like to believe that Bland has the goods to be on an island with Puka Nacua. I'm just saying what I've seen so far in 7 games from number 17, he's a headache.
Yeah.
He is a headache. And those crossing routes that we're talking about, those stop, he is one of those guys, even off the line of scrimmage, because he's so big, he's so physical. If he breaks a tackle, he a headache getting to the next level. But I think the thing that you were talking about is the pass rush. Last time we played them, 5 sacks. 5 sacks. So that pressure was a problem for the Rams. You have to do the same thing this game, and that's why Micah Parsons, this defense they got to get it going.
They got to.
You have to get sacks, and this is for the offensive line for the Rams. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Not a bunch of names, nobody. They don't have a Trent Williams, basically, what I'm trying to get to. They don't have a Trent Williams. So this should be a game that Osa, that Gallimore, guys like Sam Williams.
Got to just stop by.
My God, dude. Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, guys like that, Darnell Armstrong. Like, our front should eat this game.
Man. And you're going against a quarterback he's not Josh Dobbs. All right, he's not going to be. He's not even Purdy as far as be athletic.
It's not going to be no RPO out there.
Nah, he's not going to see any of that. So he's kind of a stationary target back there. He got the kind of Brady-esque as far as moving around in the pocket and avoiding the rush and buying time. But other than that, if they're able to get home, there's no chasing this guy down. There's no extending the play long enough for these guys to get open. It should be advantage Cowboys. Should be.
Okay, and I said this yesterday, and I misspoke. Okay, because I was like, you know what? I would rather them.
Which part did you?
I would rather them throw the ball. We still got to get out here and stop the run. Okay. Man. First things first. Yeah. Stop the run against these guys. If you don't, and you give them an opportunity to be not just a one-trick pony, and they can get out there and run the ball, and they be balanced with those 2 receivers that they got, then that pass rush and stuff don't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. We saw it against Arizona. If you can't do what you're supposed to do on 1st and 2nd down and put them in 3rd and long positions, then you're gonna be in trouble.
Right.
Yo, you in trouble, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Because what's that? Kyron Williams, he's not playing. So if Henderson, who they may bring up from the practice squad, and the other guy go nuts on you out there, then you got a serious problem. Like those two guys should not, sniff the century mark. They shouldn't. James
not
Conner,
combined.
Not even combined. None of these guys have sniffed the century mark. And if you're able to do that, you make them a one-trick pony, and I feel like that falls right into Dan Quinn's hands.
So you have Darrell Henderson Jr. as the running back, and that's what you were just talking about. Royce Freeman also. Where this guy come, and also Zach Evans. Zach Evans from Ole Miss, a guy that went to TCU, a guy from H-Town, from Northside High. Man,
okay.
Dude was,
North.
Yeah, he was dynamic. Yeah.
I don't even know what Northside High is. I'm from the North.
You don't know it.
What's the made up high school?
They done won so many state titles, man. You tripping right
North Shore?
North Shore. My bad.
Ain't no Northside High, though.
Saved by the bell.
They're not even on the north side. They're on a whole nother side of town.
North Shore. My bad.
Galena Park.
Galena North Shore. I said North Side, North Shore.
Yeah.
Zach Evans.
NAWF. That's why I'm from the north side.
Yeah. Zach Evans, man, he's the dude that was running in high school, man. He was dynamic. And one of those guys that I think has made the Rams roster. I think he's nursing some injuries. But their running game, like you said, this shouldn't be a running game that you feel like is going to be 100 yards at the end of the night. 150 yards. Our front should shut them down. Sacks. Give me a number on sacks, man, for this game.
Man, listen, I gave you a number yesterday on rushing yards, and you shot me down.
I ain't shoot you down.
3 sacks.
I just
3 sacks. You want 3?
I can see 3. If we play the game how we should, I can see 3 sacks.
I'm going with what they did last year. I'm going 5. Yeah, they're gonna get 5 out there. They're gonna eat on these boys.
5.
Yeah, y'all sleeping on the Rams. Y'all don't let that fool you, man. The team you out there said that you think may be better than Detroit, Seattle. Went out there and got stomped by LA. I'm just saying.
Because look, this team they should beat. All right, and I don't want to come here the next week and they be like, man, you seen what they did against that rushing attack? They shut it down.
Yeah.
When we all know that's what should happen.
That's what should happen. I completely agree. And that first game of the season, it's first game of the season, right? We going first game of the season. They beat the brakes off of them. Did that? I mean,
count.
Yeah, that's
they count.
Yeah.
Good count.
Of course. I mean, I'm not trying not to count it, but I'm just saying.
The Seattle Seahawks are the same team. They getting better, but they got handled. Was it 30-13? It wasn't even close.
It was. But man, the NFC West Invitational rages on, and man, I'm gonna see.
I don't want tickets.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna see, because it's starting to feel like when we get to tomorrow, I'm gonna be surprised.
You're gonna be surprised.
It really feel like y'all.
What you thinking?
Nah, yeah. Listen,
what you thinking, man?
I'm feeling like. Nah, I ain't gonna get to it now. I'm gonna save it. What we're gonna do, coming up next, we're gonna talk about the quarterback and coach. Who has the better quarterback and coach on either side? Coming up next here on the Players Lounge.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Hi, I'm Danny McCray, Dallas Cowboys alumni player here with Smoothie King. And Smoothie King wants to ask you, what's that sound? That's the sound of you and everyone else absolutely loving new smoothie bowls from Smoothie King. And woo, me too. These smoothie bowls start with acai and pitaya and are handcrafted with fresh toppings like sliced bananas, sweet berries, crunchy Purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle. New smoothie bowls, only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss Retail Stores. #Be your own boss.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to the Players Lounge.
It's spooky season at the Star. Join us on Saturday, October 28th for a Halloween Spooktacular brought to you by Mars Candy. Trick or treat from 30-plus restaurants and shops in the Star District. Plus, enjoy a performance from a magician, spooky tunes from a live DJ, crafts for the kiddos, and more out on Tostitos Championship Plaza. This event is free and open to the public. Visit thestardistrict.com for more information. Man, a spooktacular.
What day is that?
That's the 28th. Get the baby dressed up and bring out
Saturday?
Saturday. Bring out to the Star. Bring out to the Star.
Saturday.
She gonna try you all that candy.
That's where you got to take all of the good stuff out and leave the healthy stuff.
Some fruit, man. Vegetables.
Yeah, leave all. Yeah, you got to be a veteran at this thing. Got to be quick. Got to be quick. What you guys dressing up for as Halloween? Do y'all do all that dress up
I'm
stuff?
a NASCAR driver. This shit. Yeah.
We were supposed to go to Boo and the Zoo. I don't think we're going anymore, but we're like a mermaid family. So I'm gonna look like Aquaman a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little Aquaman.
Yo, you black
I'm going
Aquaman.
scuba diving with Chris Tucker and Aquaman.
He believes in himself.
You gonna have the whole pants on and everything, bro. And the little knife.
Yeah, I got a little knife.
What got his, the trident. What got the trident out there? Okay.
I got the, ain't nothing. What you gonna be?
Man, I ain't good. Man, I don't do that, man. I don't do this stuff.
Why your ass is like you?
Because I know. Come on, man. I know y'all gonna do it. You know.
What's the Eagles mascot?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's who you gonna be.
That's
who you gonna be.
Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah. With a tasty cake.
Everybody know. Everybody know. Heck ain't gonna do that. You had your one laugh, but we got one more week. Can it be Monday yet?
There we go.
Can it be Monday yet?
Still running around with a mask
man,
on.
that man is still running around with a mask on, man.
Hey, this was crazy. I used to work at a haunted house, bro. And I used to be that excited too until about week 3. I was like,
You ever scare somebody? They just get to swinging?
Nah, I scared some. We put a couple people in the hospital though.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was like, you shouldn't even came up here, dog. You
seen the
got
risks.
Man got heart problems.
What? I was in 9th grade though. I was like, yeah, that was the goal. Scare somebody, that they hurt themselves or something. 9th grade, I didn't care.
Man, this is ruthless in the north, man.
Can't put your hands on them.
Oh man.
I don't know, but I'm telling you, Sam Williams in this clown outfit is not for the faint at heart, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. But man, continuing on with this game, I asked the question: which QB in OC do you trust? And I use the word TRUST. I know where y'all gonna go with the trust factor, but I put that in there for a reason because I want to know, even with the sample size. You like that, BC?
I like that.
The sample size that you got with Mike McCarthy and Dak going up against my man McVay, the new father, and Matthew Stafford. Who you trust?
Is it who you trust or who we think is better?
Who do you trust more? Who do you trust more?
Trust more, like to do what?
Come on now, you know what I'm asking you, man. Don't get into all
if you
these
talk about
questions.
trust as far as he gonna have a scheme that's going, these offensive players are gonna get. I'm going with McVay.
Sunday at 12 o'clock.
I'm going with McVay.
Play calling.
Play calling wise, I'm going with McVay. I mean, from what we've seen, the sample size, McCarthy has not been off to the greatest starts as an offensive coordinator. I think we can all agree upon that. McVay, on the other hand, I mean, you got a guy in the 5th round, Puka Nacua, out here 700-some yards. Cooper Kupp comes back-to-back over 100 yards. So he's getting the playmakers involved early and often. So when it comes to play calling, I'm going with McVay. How about what you talking about?
I agree. Unfortunately, I don't want to agree, but I have to agree because the red zone problems go into effect. Us looking vanilla on offense sometimes does go into effect. Do I still have faith in Mike McCarthy as a play caller? Absolutely. But we have seen some of the stuff that Sean McVay came into the league with and continues to run, and it is still some of the most innovative stuff that we've seen. So I'm going to go with Sean McVay as far as being more creative and getting his main guys involved, which I hope we find a way to do this week. I hope we find a way to do it this
hold
week.
Your breath on that one.
Now, what about you?
So, I mean, I find it interesting because coming into this season, we were thinking more Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, I'm thinking, is in that McVay company with the kind of plays that he likes to design with the motion.
Play design.
Talking about the whole thing. Talking about the whole thing. That's all I'm talking about.
Play design.
I just want to make sure we clear on that.
Cutting edge offenses. I put him.
What he did with Zeke, huh? Yeah. That's cutting edge.
That is not cutting edge at all. Man,
that ain't it.
That's Sean. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. But go ahead.
So, I trust him. I trust him.
I'm gonna keep myself out of that.
The cutting edge offense, but we wanted Mike McCarthy to be more traditional. We wanted him to get the running game going, not put Dak, who had 15 interceptions, in harm's way. Now, after the bye, after we got an opportunity to look at it, everybody's like, man, this thing is lacking all kind of. It's up and down with whether you want to praise it or say this is vanilla.
Everybody's off to their worst start, I think, right? I mean,
yes, numbers-wise.
Everybody. Cooks, Gallup, CD, I don't know. I think CD kind of balling.
No, he's bad.
He's bad, man.
Yeah.
Dak, I mean, gotta call it a spade. Gotta call a spade a spade. I mean, everybody's off to their worst start.
But
you're winning though. But you're 4-2. Exactly. You're 4-2. You're 4-2. You doing
I'm not gonna throw like who we played out there and all that stuff because I don't want to hear you push back. But we ain't put.
No, I'm gonna push back regardless.
Goodness gracious. Okay, the Jets have won a couple games. All right. The Patriots horrible. Okay. Giants horrible. But yes, okay. I'm still McVay.
Yeah, I'm still McVay on that one.
It's like I'm trying to think of an analogy to go with this one. Okay, you cut your water on before you get in the shower, right? You put it all the way hot, all the way hot. Then you get in there and realize it's too damn hot. You move it up a little bit, and now it's too cold, right? I think that's what we had with McCarthy, right? I think when Kellen was here, we was like, whoa, hold on. Hold on.
You're doing a little bit too much. Too much dip on your chip.
So and then now McCarthy here, we like, hold on, wait, too cold, dog. Too cold. Yeah. We need to be right up in the middle, okay? We need the perfect temperature, and we just haven't found it yet. Have we seen flashes of it?
Oh, yeah.
Seen flashes of it. That's why hopefully coming out of the bye week, we got the temperature just right. Because if not,
he's in the lab during the bye.
Look here, man. Hey, leave me alone. Where is the lab?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the lab? But hopefully, a lot of self-scout.
Here we go.
Some self-scout happened where Dan Quinn went and looked at our offense, and we went and Mike McCarthy went and looked at Dan Quinn's defense, and then they came back and they said, hey, if I was actually coaching against you, this is what I would do because we see in this type of tendency, whatever, and then this is how you can be better. Hopefully that comes out because we know Dan Quinn's an amazing defensive coordinator, and he could see some of that stuff, and that'll help him out.
It's amazing. I'm so happy you just said that.
So McCarthy or
I think McVay already. Right. No, we haven't done the quarterback.
So
yet.
Then let's tag in the defensive coordinators.
Okay.
Raheem Morris and Dan Quinn. So let's take the whole package. You're taking OC. So
we on a different. So it's
no. I'm saying Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, McVay, Raheem Morris.
No, hold on. Well, because I already took McVay, and I'm gonna take Dan Quinn.
Yes,
I'm gonna put them two together.
But if you go on, coordinators versus coordinators, I would lean towards Dallas because I believe Quinn is that much better than the LA defense. Even though there's no disrespect, I think he's a good defensive coordinator as well. But
two-time Super Bowl champion.
But I think Quinn is a better defensive coordinator. Or maybe it's because the pieces he has. Whatever the case may be, his defense right now is better than the Rams' defense. So
listen, Quinn got a track record. Okay, just like two-time Super Bowl winner. Legion of Boom was a thing.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Went to Atlanta, okay, 28-3. They was up 28-3. All right. He went to the Super Bowl as a head coach, is successful as a defensive coordinator, and now he's here and it's changed the whole culture. All right. So let's go back last year and you say, man, Dan Quinn, like we really believe in him as the guy, as being the reason for now all of a sudden we saying, okay, we got some dogs on our team now, right? Walk out with the hat backwards and all that stuff. So I'm always gonna take Dan Quinn, but like you said, McVay, we've seen it. We've seen it. I remember when Ty Gurley was running around there.
I can only see it.
Triple crown with Cooper Kupp. McVay got a lot to do with that. We need to figure out a way to get CeeDee Lamb to be, in that conversation. We just haven't been able to do it. But the lab.
But I find that interesting, right? So now, basically, when I add the defensive coordinators into it, they nullify each other.
It's a wash.
It's a wash. It's a wash between the Rams head coach and offense coordinator and our defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And then on the side for Mike McCarthy and Raheem Morris, you're now saying you
wash.
Both the wash. Okay.
No, I'm saying the whole thing is a wash.
Okay, whole thing
I'm picking the offensive coordinator on one side and the defensive coordinator on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it all evens out.
Dak and Matthew.
See, that's what
we talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Dak and Matthew.
As of right now, we talking about this year. We ain't talking about the body of work. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about this year.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me go find Matthew.
I'm gonna go with Dak on this one. I'm gonna go with Dak because if you look at it, just this sample size that we've had so far this year, outside of one game, Dak has protected the football. Like the man has not turned the football over outside of that one game, and we all know Matt Stafford. He can make all the throws. He's super talented, but he'll also throw the football to the opposing team. I mean, we've seen that in the past, and we've seen that so far this year. So when you talk about a quarterback who I would trust in clutch time that can take a team down and get the job done, I'm going to have to go with Prescott on that one, just on this year's sample size, because he's done a good job of not turning the ball over.
D-Mac, what you got?
I'm just looking at Matthew Stafford right now. 7 TDs, 6 interceptions. 2 multiple game interceptions, 2 multiple interception games. Cincinnati and San Francisco, albeit really good defenses. Yeah. It's not an easy one.
It ain't like man.
It's not an easy one because the difference between them and we always put a lot of stock into Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. Okay, one of them has won a Super Bowl.
One of them, yes.
One of them has won a Super Bowl, okay? And it ain't the one on our squad.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it a little bit more difficult because when you say, okay, who do I trust to get us to the promised land? Well, one of them's been there.
Yeah, that's true.
and very recently. Very recently. And he knows how to use his weapons. Like, so when I'm looking at, hey man, we need a big time play or we need to make a drive down the field. It's hard not to pick the Rams. Their offensive coordinator.
The season? I thought it was just this game. Who do you trust more in this game?
I'm talking about now for this game, but based off of the season. Like, okay, what we've seen when we needed big time drives, besides last week when Dak made one, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him do it. Mm-hmm. So that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. But like since it's even. And I'm on the Cowboys, and I love the Cowboys. I'm gonna pick Dak, but like I just want to let everybody know that's why. To me, that also would have been a wash.
So that's what he was doing yesterday. That's what I'm saying. That's straddling.
No,
that's what he was
doing. Listen,
he was over there, and then he came back on the other side.
I was about to pick Matthew Stafford easy. Then I looked at him and I see that he has 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
Right. 2 games where he threw both, 2 multiples.
So that's the only thing that turned me around from that. So now I'm like, okay, all right, well, he's been turning the ball over too. But at the end of the game, on the last drive of the game, who do you want? You're down by 4. 2 minutes left in the game. Who do you want as your quarterback?
I'm going with Dak because I believe one, if we're going by this year, he's going to protect the ball, but also he can hurt you with his legs as well. I feel like if a defense get pinned in on Stafford, he got only his arm to go out there and do damage with. So I'm gonna go Dak on that one.
Man, I'm going 4. Okay, and then I can't wait to tell you how many interceptions Jalen Hurts has. But what we're gonna do next is we're gonna talk about.
Dak anyway,
when we come back, we're gonna talk about our Thursday predictions. I think some people starting to make up some wins on this. You talking about me? You're running away. You're running away right now. But I think some other people. I think some other people is gaining ground after because we didn't pick on the bye week, but we picking today.
Hey, let me help you out, bro. Hey, stop bringing up the Eagles, okay? And Jalen Hurts. We already established that they on a whole nother level, right? We ain't talking about what their quarterback doing because they lost one game this season.
We're talking about interceptions. We're talking about turning the ball
we talking about who we won the last 2 minutes of the game.
I figured I'll let you know how many times Jalen Hurts turned the ball over. But anyway, that's what we're gonna talk about coming up next here on the Players Lounge.
Oh man.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites in a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. #Be your own boss.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The 2024 PBR World Finals are taking over AT&T Stadium. It all starts on May 17th with Kid Rock and Roll Rodeo. Then on May 18th and 19th, the finalists compete in the 2024 PBR Championship. Let's rock and ride. 3-day tickets are on sale now at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. So, games tonight.
I wish I had one of them DV Sports.
What's that?
So we could hit the
rewind.
Look at the play they just ran to get that tight end open that was a good play.
Well, you seen the out and up by the slide, man.
That was a good play. Goodness gracious.
It's tonight. Who playing tonight, man? Come on, man. Y'all have
man, I thought you had the control.
It's Tampa Bay versus the Bills.
Tampa and the Bills. That's what I was about to say.
At the Bills.
At the Bills.
At the Bills.
9.5-point favorites the Buffalo Bills are.
Dang.
So.
Come on, shake and bake.
9.5.
Hey, shake and bake. Pixie does. Is Pixie does coming to play?
Nah. That Pixie. Nah, he been. You
talking about a roller coaster? We talking about Josh Allen. That man, 1 week, man, he's unstoppable. Next week, he out there 2 picks, 3 picks, total of 10 points.
And that's what I'm saying, dog. When I look around at the NFL and the teams that everybody's saying are the top teams, and the Bills coming into the season was one of those teams, Josh Allen, bro, he is the roller coaster that he's on right now is. Dog, when he throws an interception, it's almost like he goes, "Uh-oh, I got to give you another one."
Yeah,
snowball.
It ain't right unless I give you 2. I can't just give you 1. I got to give you another. And it's always in the red zone, always at a bad time when he and he can turn into a pumpkin at any time.
He like that dude at the crab table, dog. You lose your first little bread, and you like, I'm gonna go get it back. And you sit there the whole time before you know he got 4 picks.
Man, that's
so bad. You look at it, I'm like. He just doesn't believe in dumping it down. Like he feels like he has to make a comeback in one play. Like it's got to be this big chunk play, and it's wild.
He fooled Heck though, because Heck picked him earlier this season. The Pixie does.
Everybody else is like, nah,
because,
we know.
I mean, 6'5", 230-pound quarterback with a rocket arm, and he's still haven't figured out how to be efficient as a passer and not turn the ball over. He has one of the best wide receivers in NFL, and he still can't figure out a way how to get him the ball, but everybody else, he can't get them active. He makes the reckless plays. We're asking for Dak to just run the ball more. I don't know what they're asking this brother to do, because it's like you cannot continue doing that and expect to be healthy for 18 weeks.
Nah, he wildin'. But that's why I don't even know if I picked them tonight. Well, Baker versus I don't know. I do have a question though before we get into the next stuff. AFC, okay. What you see from the AFC right now, okay? Just put your imaginary. If Aaron Rodgers was playing for the New York Jets right now, would they be the best team in the AFC?
No. It would be close. It'd be close, man.
Between them and Kansas City?
Yeah, it'd be real close.
Or I think they would be just based off what we've seen with Zach.
That defense is rolling right now.
Imagine having Garrett Wilson with Hall and then also Aaron Rodgers out there. I'm looking and I'm saying, and their defense, Kansas City defense is real this year, so that's why it will be close. But I think it will be you looking at the AFC and saying, man, you got Joe Burrow and them. You don't know where they're going to end up at. But as far as the competition there, them, Baltimore,
I was about to say, look at Baltimore,
Kansas City,
Miami.
Possibly New York. You still even looking at New York right now and saying, okay, now that you better watch out because they can actually make a run and still at least stay in competition for the playoffs.
The reason I say no is because they would have needed that offensive line to be that much better with A-Rod back there. And because he can't. I mean, Zach Wilson has been able to get those throws off because he's more mobile.
A-Rod get out the pocket. He get out the pocket.
Okay.
I think the difference is A-Rod would have had all right, audible this up. You over here. And he would have been spreading, getting the ball out. That's an interesting question. Yeah, I think it'd be tight, though.
I can imagine the frustration from the New York Jets fans of believing it or looking at it now and saying, last year we thought we needed one piece.
Now they definitely man, we was right. We just needed that one piece.
Right. We just need that one piece. And yes, I can imagine how frustrating it is for them.
And then you look at Miami on the other side. Miami blew opportunity, but Tyreek Hill, his injury right now in the AFC, how that's going, if he's legit seriously hurt, that's going to change everything for them because the Dolphins are going to have to figure out a way.
He's a cheat code. He was literally, I'm going to toss this up. You got a safety in the corner, and this dude just outruns everybody. I mean, it's scary, man.
And you know he's out there, but we talked about this, and we're not going to change anything until Nui gets back. But we talked about the bye week, and we said, look, we'll make changes on our season outlook after the bye week. As much of your season is going to change from where you had it before, or would you turn some of those L's into W's? How would yours change?
I think I would stay the same. I think I was at 11-6 mark. I believe I was at 11-6. CB, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I'm at 11-6, and I think that's a good mark. That's a good mark for
you. You're gonna stay there. I got your answer yesterday. You told me you.
It's possible some changes coming.
The change. Sam Cook. Change will come. The change.
I mean, I have to see how we come out of the bye week, but I'm glad we get the opportunity to see how we play against the Rams, and then go into figuring out what we look like for the rest of the season. But
last thing. Cowboys win or lose because of this.
Cowboys win or lose because our secondary. We're going to win because our secondary holds up against the Los Angeles Rams.
Then we lose because
we don't figure out a way to hold the ball just a little bit to give our defense some rest.
We win if they get back to where they were the first two games offensively as far as getting Tony Pollard involved. I mean, he's only had 34 carries in the past 3 games. That's just not enough for him. So they win if they get him back involved, and lose if Puka Nacua and Kupp just start going crazy. That rush can't get there, and those 2 wide receivers start eating. It's going to be a long afternoon.
We win if Dak runs the damn ball.
Okay,
that's helping Tony Pollard. That's helping everybody. But if Dak turns the time back and becomes a mobile quarterback and picks up those yards when they have us in man-to-man situations, they have their back turned. If Dak can pick up those yards and becomes that playmaker that we need, the difference maker that we need in this offense, we win the game. If we lose the game, if what you said happens. If Puka, if it's a whole, but you hear the announcer go, Puka Nacua for a 9-yard catch, Cooper Kupp for a 15-yard catch. Now it's gonna be
a long.
Monday is gonna be a long Monday coming to him, but that's all right. That's what we did.
Hold on.
What?
We ain't pick. Who we got tonight?
Who you got?
I am taking the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I'll take the Buffalo Bills winning by 7.
Give me pixie dust, man. Give me pixie dust. Buffalo Bills.
You going Baker?
You going shake and bake?
Todd Bowles?
Shake and bake.
I'm gonna go Buffalo. I'm gonna go chalk.
Okay,
I'm gonna go Buffalo. Man. That's my pick.
Move.
Hey, we'll be in tomorrow at 2:00. Man, we're gonna get the rest of it. We got to put our games together. I have the games together for y'all tomorrow. But man, we're gonna say it with our chests tomorrow. It's another show that says it with their chest. We're gonna say it with ours. We're gonna say it with ours on Friday. We're gonna see how this will go come out. I'm interested to see. I think we're gonna have some shots. I think some people gonna turn coat on us at home 12 o'clock. All right, coming back here on the Players Lounge.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!